and I started breathing for her, and I was like screaming like help, 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 and like nobody was hearing me, and I like didn't even want to stop breathing long enough to go to the door to like yell out there. So another girl comes in, and I'm like, hey, can you go get help? Tell them we need Narcan, blah blah blah. She comes up and runs the girl's pockets that I'm breathing for.
You're freaking kidding me.
Oh, I'm dead serious.
So this girl's dying.
Went
and this
through her
other
pockets
girl...
and stole whatever she had in her pockets.
Okay, so first start by telling me your name and how old are you and where you're from.
I'm Keri. I'm 42, and I'm originally from Quincy, but I've been in Boston for a long time.
Okay, all right, that's cool. What brought you here from Quincy, which is not that far?
No, it's not. Originally treatment. Then I used out on Mass Ave. And then I was in the Woods Mullen shelter for a long time waiting for housing. Okay. And then I got my Section 8 and I live in Dorchester now.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, 5.5 years. 5.5 years in the shelter.
That's awesome. So
Thank you.
No longer homeless.
No, thank God. It was 2 years in April.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're actually in recovery, correct?
Yes. I've been in recovery, I say, off and on for about the last 6 years. So the first 3 years, what I was clean completely.
Okay.
I didn't use it all. Then I relapsed like once, and I say off and on because like I would use like once, and then like I wouldn't use for like months, like 8-9 months, and I would like use again. But now I've been completely clean for about the last 2 years.
That's awesome.
So a little more than 2 years, because I have a 14-month-old daughter. No, I'm sorry. I have a 14-month-old daughter. I didn't use while I was pregnant. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Congratulations. That's beautiful.
I used once, a little while after she was born. So it's been straight about 13 months.
Okay. So what were you addicted to?
Heroin, cocaine, and benzos.
Okay. Refresh me what benzos are again.
Benzodiazepine. They're like Klonopin, Xanax. They're
It's a pill?
It's a pill, yeah. It's like for anxiety.
Okay.
So it like calms you down. I have like really bad anxiety. I always had anxiety, but you know, a lot of times when you use drugs for a long time, it like changes the chemistry in your brain. So I kind of have like drug-induced anxiety, or like not using drugs anymore induced anxiety, which just means like, you know, I just had that relaxed feeling from the heroin and the benzos for so long that now it's like I'm just at a constant state of like up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe middle ground would be here, and I'm like up here all the time.
Okay. I hear you.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's an adjustment. It's a life adjustment.
I got a lot going on right now. Not like everybody doesn't, and it's just hard because, you know, when you're a drug addict, your go-to is drugs to like deal with these problems, and
it gets hard. So
yeah, I don't want to lose my daughter.
Who started you on drugs? Like, what got you addicted?
So I like really will say, like, I feel like I've been an addict since I was like a kid. Like, I will do anything addictively. Okay. Like I shop addictively. Okay. I used men addictively.
Right. Gambling, stuff like that. I get
all
you.
of it. Anything
I
like I do is done in excess. But so I partied a lot in high school. Like ecstasy was like the big thing when in my generation, and then like I'm that generation where like the big OxyContin, when all the OxyContins like came out, all the doctors in Florida that were like writing scripts to everybody.
Yes.
So I started experimenting with cocaine around like 16, By the time I was 18, I was like already smoking it and stuff, but I wasn't necessarily using it addictively. I was like partying.
Okay.
And then I got pregnant with my oldest daughter when I had her when I was 18, and I didn't use anything for a while. It was different back then. Like I just stopped because it was what you're supposed to do when you're pregnant, right? You don't use drugs. It was different. And then I injured myself. I ruptured 2 discs when I was around 22.
Oh my God.
And
that led back to more drugs.
So the guy I was with at the time I was in a lot of pain, legitimate pain, and the guy I was with at the time was like, hey, well, I can get you like a Percocet or something. I was like, oh yeah, that would be great. Like, and like when I tell you, like I took like a half of a half and I threw up. Like it was like that strong to me. But that doesn't last long, and it wasn't that long before I was shooting dope. Within a year, and then that led back to the coke. The benzos came a little bit later on, but I was around 22 when I started using opiates.
Okay.
And that is what brought me to my knees, definitely. So it was a boyfriend that introduced me.
Oh.
But I definitely wasn't a stranger to drugs before that, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't scared of them.
Yeah, but going hardcore.
Right, hadn't been for me yet. Yeah.
Okay. What was it like being out on Mass and Cass? I interview people out there.
I looked at some of your interviews. I know a lot of those girls.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah, and it is insane.
There's a lot of sweethearts out there.
Oh my God! There's a lot of mental illness out there too. It's rampant, and it's really sad because I know from experience, it is so easy to get stuck out there, and like most of the people out there aren't even from Boston.
It's true.
Like a lot of them come out for treatment and leave a program and get stuck.
Exactly.
And it's so easy. I feel like to get high there. It's just so easy.
Everybody's there.
And everything's accessible. Like the host roll is right up the street. Yeah, the drugs are flowing. You can get anything. And it's easy. I feel like it's just easy, and it's easy to get stuck into the like do what you do, get your money, get your drugs, and you wake up and do it all over again. You know what I mean? It's easy to get stuck.
Yeah.
It's easy to get stuck.
Definitely. What was the worst thing that you saw when you were out there on the streets?
I saw a lot of bad things, but actually I think one of the worst things I saw was actually done by a paramedic, or
really?
It's not a paramedic, but you know, like the Jeep that like the fire department drives, that'll come to like if they're like the first responder there. So this was when the COVID first hit.
Okay.
And I wasn't even using at the time. I was just walking right by the women's shelter, and this kid was overdosing, and they called, and that's who came first, was one of the first responders. So they didn't have like the sheet that they put over them, over their mouth. They wouldn't give them CPR. Like they had been Narcan, but they didn't come out of. They needed CPR, and the first responders would not give them CPR because of COVID. And I was like, I'll give him CPR.
Really?
So I breathed until because they asked, does anyone want to give him CPR, and nobody said anything, and I was like, I will. If you're really giving someone CPR, it takes so much out of you to breathe like that. But honestly, I think that's probably one of the worst things I ever saw, because like they were willing to let him die.
Wow.
I was like mortified, I don't know, devastated that they wouldn't breathe for him. And why didn't you have that on you anyway?
Yeah,
that's something should be on you all the time if something like that is going to happen. Like they didn't have the bag that they would use, you know, so they asked, does anybody want to breathe for him? And you know, everyone around was like, hi. I don't even know how many people were paying attention, but and I was like, I will. So I breathed for him until the ambulance got there, and they, you know, took over with the bag. But yeah, I mean, I saw Can I say another one? Something
Sure.
really bad I saw too was I was at the cafeteria at BMC. I used to go there and get a coffee every morning and sit with my boyfriend, and we'd drink coffee until we were ready to go. I had a storage unit down there. When our storage unit opened, we'd go there for a little while. Anyway, so I went and used the bathroom. And this girl had overdosed in one of the stalls.
Wow.
Thankfully, she didn't lock it, and I was able to get in. And I could tell, like, when I walked by, she was like slumped over and her head was on a thing, and I was like, "Hey, you all right?" And she wasn't all right. So I was able to get in, and I pulled her out, and I started breathing for her, and I was like screaming, like, "Help, help, help!" And like nobody was hearing me, and I like didn't even want to stop breathing long enough to go to the door to like yell out there. So another girl comes in, and I'm like, "Hey, can you go get help? Tell them we need Narcan, blah blah blah." She comes up and runs the girl's pockets that I'm breathing
You're
for.
You're freaking kidding me.
Oh, I'm dead serious.
So this girl's dying.
Went
and this
through her
other
pockets
girl...
and stole whatever she had in her pockets.
Oh my God.
Didn't even tell them that I needed Narcan.
Wow.
So that was one of the worst things I saw, I think. That one and the other thing with the COVID.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So let's go back real quick. How was it, like, your childhood, like, were you both your parents around growing up?
It was my mom for a while, but she married my stepdad. Well, they didn't get married till way later, but she had been with my stepdad since I was about 10.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
Was it good growing up?
so my stepdad is amazing. He's like my best friend.
Aww.
My mom is like really mentally ill.
Okay.
She was like an alcoholic for a while. She is clean now, but she's
That's
very very mentally ill. And like just like addiction, mental illness is selfish, kinda in a way.
It is.
She yeah, and she's just not like loving or like anything like that.
So you didn't have that coming up from her.
And her mental illness just like kept her from being a mom. Like, yeah, but
that's sad.
it's like you don't have control over mental illness. You do have control if you get treatment, which
A lot of people don't.
No, that's mental illness.
You have to know you even have. You got to be willing to accept the fact
like
that
addiction.
you have
Like
mental
addiction.
illness.
Exactly. But I love my mom.
Of course. There's nobody like mom. Mom can't be replaced.
Nope.
That's why I love that you're clean and you're here for your babies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I'm going through a lot right now, and when like this like major thing happened, the first thing I said was like, I want my mom.
Aww.
And I'm 42.
She's not here anymore?
No, she is. I just wanted her there right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're going through something tough, no matter what it is, you call for mom. You can find the biggest, burliest man. He will scream out for mom if he's in a situation,
exactly.
you know? So, you know, it's beautiful that she's here, you know?
Yes, exactly.
So, did you have siblings?
I have a brother.
Okay.
And then I guess when I was like 26, sorry.
It's okay.
When I was like, just because you get clean doesn't mean life doesn't still happen. It's not like all rainbows and butterflies. I can promise you that. You just got to find ways to deal with it, which is really hard for me still because I'm like an emotional user.
Okay.
Like I act on emotions, like you know, wicked bad impulse control, which is like really common with addicts anyway. Yeah, very bad impulse control. So I'm trying really hard to keep it together. Like multiple things going on. Like
what do you do to keep yourself, like for people who might watch this who are in the struggle, in the streets, what are you doing to stay clean and stay strong?
Okay, well, I'm on the methadone clinic.
Okay, that's good.
Which helps a lot.
Okay.
If you use it the right way, at least for me, I never got clean until I got on the methadone clinic. I couldn't stay clean. I could not stay clean until I got on the clinic. And I fought getting on the methadone clinic for a long time because there's like a stigma attached to methadone, right? And I fought the stigma. I had never been on methadone, so how would I know? Why would I not try it? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
why not try something that could work? There's many people on the methadone clinic who got their lives together, have great jobs, are upstanding citizens.
Exactly.
But people hear methadone and they think methadone mild, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. I understand it, but that's not what it is for everybody.
Okay.
But so that helps.
And it's working for you.
Great, that helps. Like distraction is like huge. Like I'll take my daughter to the park, I'll go for a walk, I listen to music. I am not a huge AANA person. I hate it. I just hate it. But when I was pregnant, I got put on bed rest the last 2 months, and I was doing it on Zoom, like on my phone, and that I actually got really into because it's just a much different way to do it. I just hate going. I don't hate ANA. I hate the scene. Like I hate just the crowd. Like all the hugs and the handshakes. I hate that sometimes.
Hate that?
I hate it. I hate that sometimes it's just like a big fashion show. But on Zoom, it's much different. Like, I felt more anonymous when I wanted to talk. You don't have to show your face.
Okay.
It was just, and I really like that. And also, they have, like, on YouTube, has tons of, like people who share their story and just, like, stuff like that you can watch.
My channel.
So, yeah, exactly. So, I really got, like, into that, too. And that really did help because even if you don't, like, relate, it's still distracting you for a little while, and it usually, I forget what the exact minutes are, but they say like it only takes, it's like a very short amount of minutes for the craving to like go away if you distract yourself.
If you just distract yourself,
yeah,
and then you'll be okay again.
Like distraction is huge. It sounds stupid. I have like those adult coloring books. I really got into those when I was at the shelter.
Even working out,
time. Right. I wish I worked. But
too,
yeah,
me
music. Yeah, like my daughter helps a lot because, like I said, she's 14 months, so she keeps me really busy.
How about your babies? How many babies do you have?
I have 5.
Oh, okay.
My oldest is 23.
Okay.
And then I have a 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 13-year-old.
Okay, and then the baby.
And the baby, she's 14 months.
She's 14 months.
Yeah, she's my little miracle.
And she's here with us, and we're not showing her, but she is so beautiful.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
She's so cute. She's dressed cute, and she's just knocked out.
Yeah, she is.
Just enjoying the breeze out here.
She stayed up late last night.
We're at the park.
Yes. She like turned 1 and decided she didn't need to nap anymore and like wanted to stay up all night long. I don't know what's going on, but it's alright. It's just me and her. Her dad.
Is he around?
So he was.
I'm sorry.
Cut this part.
I'm sorry.
Will you cut this part out, please?
Yes.
My teeth are so messed up. I don't want anything still.
Life does happen.
Me and her dad been together for almost 7 years.
Wow.
And then in the beginning of July, he just left for work one day and just never came home. He moved in with another girl that apparently he had met while we were together. And, he didn't call me or text me for, like, a while. And, he's not an addict. So, I was really nervous. Like, I was like, I feel so dumb. I was like calling hospitals, and I thought maybe something happened. It's like, this is my best friend.
Right.
Like we were friends for like over a year before we ever even started dating. And I was just like, I'm not even like I'm crying, so it's gonna automatically seem like I'm sad, but I'm fucking mad. And I don't know any other way to like release it healthy. I think I'm just so mad that comes out as tears. But I was sad at first, but now I'm angry. I am mad. I'm just getting a wipe from my face.
Okay.
And like, he was my only means of financial support. Was completely financially dependent on him. So it's been a little scary.
Definitely.
And like, I just am upset like at the way it happened. I just feel like he could have fucking grown some balls and just sat me down and said, you know, hey, this is what happened, I'm leaving. Like,
they never have the heart
abandoning
to do that.
like me and my daughter without like any explanation is like cowardly, if you ask me. And then like he didn't even come see her for like 6 weeks.
Wow.
And he had plenty of opportunity to do so. And then he brought the girlfriend.
No.
Did with him. And like, can't understand why I don't want her around my kid. And I'm not being jealous.
Or around you either.
I don't. That's not. The thing is, like, I'm not even being jealous. You've only known her for 3 months. He's only known her for 3 months. Like, I'm not. I don't know her. Like, you don't know her.
Exactly.
It's only been 3 months. Why are you trying to force her on my kid already? Like, make sure this is like somebody you're gonna be with.
Exactly.
I don't want like random girls in and out of like my daughter's life. Like, let's be real here. You are in a 7-year relationship. Most likely she's a rebound relationship. Let's get real.
Exactly.
Plus, like, he changes girls as often as he changes his underwear. So, like, I'm gonna assume this probably isn't the girl he's gonna be with. I just think 3 months is too soon to start bringing her, like, around my daughter.
Exactly.
I don't want my daughter to, like, you know, form, like, a bond with... Yeah, okay, she's 14 months. Like, she probably wouldn't know, but I don't care. I don't want her to, like, form a bond with somebody and, like, really like them, and then they're gone. Or I don't want it to be, like, someone that's not healthy for her.
Exactly.
I don't care if she goes around his new girlfriend. I just don't think it's been enough time yet. And I think that I should be able to meet her and like sit down with her and stuff like that before
she's actually in your kid's face. I understand that completely, 1,000%.
And on top of that, she doesn't even know her father. Like, how about he has a relationship with her before he tries to be a family?
Exactly.
Like, I just like think it's just like going like too fast. I'm trying to say like, you know, like be an adult for a minute.
She needs you.
Yeah.
She needs you, and you've got it together now, and that's what's really important. You know, is that she got you and her siblings and stuff like that.
That's
you know?
true. Yeah, and then like on top of that, I developed this like this skin condition that is mostly brought on by stress.
Okay.
There's really not much you can do for it except like apply like topical creams that don't do much because it's brought on by stress, which I am under a huge amount of, and they blister, and then the blisters pop and they turn into these scabs, and it's like super embarrassing and super ugly, and it just
eventually it'll fix itself.
Yeah, it'll clear, like, but
well, don't worry about that, sis. I see you have some beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
A beautiful face. So
thank you. But I want to
don't worry about that stuff.
Apply for jobs, but I'm too embarrassed to go in with like my skin the way it is right now.
Well, just
So,
wait for it to clear up and
I
then you'll
know.
be ready to go.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer. I appreciate you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your sobriety. And I just pray for you that everything goes well with
Thank
you
you.
and your babies.
Thank
And
you.
I thank you again, Keri.
All right. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Stay strong, everybody that's out there.
Thank you.
All right.